I am DYANAROZAY, and I bring a unique commentary to your favorite reality TV shows and whatever is popping on social media. If you are not a subscriber, please become one. Hit that notification bell too, that way you don't miss any of my videos. I go by DYANAROZAY on all platforms, and I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. What's up, Supreme Team, and welcome to the channel. Come on in, everybody. I was having a little difficulty with my audio, so I want to make sure that everyone can hear me. If you can hear me in the chat, go ahead, drop your city, your state, your country, your island, wherever you would like to shout out so that I could say hello real quick. I just want to make sure that everybody can hear the sound of my voice. Come on in, come on in. I don't think y'all can hear me. Hold on. Okay, here we go. What's up, Indianapolis? Okay, I see you guys. Thank you. Child, this stuff can get a little crazy. I was having computer problems all day today. But come on in, Indianapolis, Cali, Dallas, what's up? Brooklyn, New York, what's up? ATL, South Carolina, come on in. KCMO. Kansas City, Missouri. What's up, Nashville, Tennessee? What's up, Brooklyn, Chicago, Cleveland, Norway is in the house. What's up? What's up? What's up, St. Louis? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Florida, I see y'all. Arkansas, California. Let me put that up there. Lancaster, California. I appreciate you guys for coming in for the official review. Also, thank you to all of the moderators in the house. Cookie from the Shy, the Chronic. I saw Clone in the house a little earlier. What's up, Clone in the house? Clone in the house is my real sister, my blood sister, I should say. Y'all, the moderators are here to make sure you guys have a good time, okay? We don't want no problems. Y'all are welcome to have different opinions. Look, the Tropics is in the house. You guys are welcome to have different opinions. That's not a problem. We are not the same, child. At least not over here. You don't have to drink any Kool-Aid or nothing. I just ask that y'all, keep it respectful. Keep it respectful. Just because someone has a different opinion than you doesn't mean you got to, act a fool, call people out their name. If this isn't the environment for you, that's cool. There are a lot of YouTube channels that do love Amir Tunstfield. I wish you well. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, the moderators are here to do what they do best, and that is to make sure that all of y'all are having a good time, okay? So outside of that, happy Sunday. We are talking about episode 9 of season 9. I did call this episode Maurice, MLK Jr. Sr., okay? MLK Jr. Sr., you tried it, okay? I'm going to tell y'all what I saw in this episode, and y'all can keep talking to me, all right? Come on in. What's up? All right, listen. Last night, if y'all caught the live, I do an open panel. I let people come up and share their thoughts on the episode. I try to hold back on my opinion because I don't want to really shift or sway things. I just want people to talk about what actually happened on the episode. But one of the things that was discussed last night was whether or not the therapist that we saw with Martell, in the episode was a therapist for the show. So one that the show hires, either own produces, or I think Carlos King, because Carlos did say, and Melody did confirm, that there is a psychotherapist or a counselor there. And a lot of you said that you thought it was one provided by the show. I told y'all that this lady has only sat with Melody and Martell, and I believe that that is their court-appointed therapist, and I was able to do a little research. I told y'all I'd bring it back. So let me open this up a little bit. If you guys want to pause it or take a screenshot of it, please do. I actually found this paperwork on Urban Bell. This is from the court case that happened in June where the judge said Martell was not compliant in going to therapy. He was supposed to go to several therapies, one-on-one therapy. So he was supposed to go by himself, one with his son. So one just again a separate visit to the therapist or to a counselor, and sit only with his son. One with the children, and I believe Melody also. They're all supposed to do their a therapy session together so that they can learn to co-parent better. At least that's what it appeared when I read. So again, I'm not going to read all this because it's way too much, but here's the first page. This was the first page, Circuit Court, Madison County, Alabama. And you see Mel and Martell's name there. And then in the second page, it gives you a list of bullets starting at number 4. And I'm going to start with number 4. I just want y'all to see this. It says, pursuant to the court's order entered on February 28th, 2023. So the court is saying, listen, we already told you to do this back in 2023. And now she's repeating herself in 2024. She said both, and the letter B is in brackets, both parents and the minor children shall continue therapy with Dominique Dillard. Okay. And this is Dominique Dillard, y'all. She was first on the show with Melody. She had a scene with Mel where Mel talked about how she was trying to, not be so reactive to people, to, hold her peace and not let people get under her skin. And she said the old Mel was coming back through. She said she wasn't sure. I think there was a party, maybe it was Kimmy's, the party where she was, cancer free. I think she went to the therapist right before that party. So y'all can go back and look at it, but there she is there. And then on last night's episode, she sits with Martell at his house. We've seen her with Martell twice. One time Martell said he had a hard time finding a babysitter. And last night's episode, she says there was some work being done at the office that she works. And so she really wanted to make sure she saw that visit with Martell. So there you have it. That's where she comes in at. This lady is heavily decorated. Okay. She has a long resume. I think she said she has 5 offices that she works out of, including the courts, and she works with the police. She actually has several appearances where she's discussing incidents where people may be unalived and things like that. So she definitely knows her stuff, but her name is Dominique Dillard. Okay, so she is Mel and Martell's therapist. They are giving their real life, and this is what happened. Okay, I do want to thank Miss Layla. Thank you. I see you, girl. She said, Ashalama. If I'm pronouncing that, Ashalamu Wailakum. I'm sorry if I did not pronounce that right. Diana, peace and love, sis. And I thank you, honey. Thank you for being so generous and blessing the channel. And same to you. Okay, girl, I love you. Okay. And I love everybody in the chat, but I just wanted to get that out there. Anytime we have like a little difference, I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to come in. If I can remember it, I'll get it up and post it for y'all. And this isn't to discredit anybody else. It's just to keep us on the same page. Because sometimes we get really fixated with a particular part of the story. And it turns out that this is Melody and Martell's real life. Okay. And Lisa said that I am surprised the court-appointed therapist is appearing on TV. She has many TV appearances. This isn't her only one. I actually looked up some of the stuff just to see, because I was like, well, what am I missing? But she has been on several TV shows, including local news. She is very, very decorated. And she's even written a book. Okay. She has a book over there on Amazon that I saw. All right, so that's it. That's all. Let me take her down. Let me put this up. And I know that it is disrespectful for me not to show my face. So let me show my face if I can. Oh, here I go. Here I am. Today I am wearing Pulp Fiction, Uma Thurman. Okay, that is my t-shirt. All right, let's get it up. Let's get the other part up. Okay, let me see what else y'all got to say. Anyway, I get so happy when I'm on live talking to y'all. She's beautiful and calm. I like that. Teach the people, Diana. No, I just love to teach y'all. Well, I shouldn't say I love to teach y'all, but when I actually was like, I may have gotten this wrong, which is not a problem, but I wanted to make sure I remembered what I remembered because I did see her name. I had looked her name up. And then when I saw Dominique Dillard, I was like, oh, she's their therapist. But anyway, thank y'all. I appreciate it. Love the shirt. Uma Oprah. Okay, let's get to it. Let's get to it. So y'all, the scene opens up. Let me get my notes together. The scene opens up with Trish and Ken, okay? Listen, Pulp Fiction is one of my favorite movies too, y'all. I used to quote that movie every single day for like probably 10 years. It used to be like, oh my God, I know people was tired of me, child. I still quote it, to be honest. I think I might have dropped something just the other day. Yes, no problem. This therapist is excellent, by the way. She is highly decorated, lots of degrees, lots of people calling her, and she lives in Alabama and in Huntsville. So just so people know, they don't have no run-of-the-mill therapist. And if y'all go back and just freeze that paperwork, you will see that the judge actually said that Martell, right there in number 5, because that a lot of people were asking about the psychological evaluation. The judge also ordered him to see a specific doctor for this psychological examination, Dr. Wren, they said. So all of that information goes directly back to the court. It does not, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes we're like, well, did he take the test? It would go directly to the court. It would go directly to the court. And then if the court documents, leak out to YouTube, that's how you'll find information. But I would think they would keep the medical information private so that we, because it's HIPAA laws and stuff like that. Kill Bill, the whole series. I love Kill Bill too, child. For a long time, I was calling my friend Beatrix Kiddo. Okay. I was calling my friend Beatrix Kiddo. Y'all know the one I said was a Scorpio. I said I've known her for over 30 something years. Her nickname was Beatrix Kiddo because, baby, she was a silent assassin. Not in real life. I don't want to mess anybody up, but she was a silent assassin the way she would come for people. I was like, oh my God, Beatrix Kiddo is your name from this point forward, child. She was in my phone as Beatrix. That's how serious I was about it. Okay. Anyway, let's get to the actual review. Ken and Trisha opens up the scene. Okay. And they are at home rehashing the party. Trisha lets us know that she's been an engineer for 18 years. And it sounds like she is quitting her job. Maybe she hasn't quit yet because in another scene that she does with Kimmy, she said, I'm working from home, or I think she said I'm working from home. So it's much harder for her to have a little more leeway, I guess, going outside and filing that paperwork. Okay. So anyway, she says she's been an engineer for 18 years, and right now she wants to do her own thing. She says she's tired. Her passion is to be a personal trainer. That's what she loves. That's where her heart is. And Ken looks like he's supporting her in this. Ken also brings up, he said, the party was very successful, you know what I'm saying? Because she looked like she had some stress. He said, what's going on? What you thinking about? The party seemed successful. And Trish was like, no, it wasn't. He said, well, what did you have problems with? And she said, first of all, Marquez's entrance was weird as hell. Okay. And then she just went on to say that, I guess he might have made the kids feel a certain way, because she said at the end of it, Zaria was so embarrassed that when she went to touch base with her, she was like, Mom, I don't even want to call him dad anymore. Now, Zaria is 13 years old, I think, maybe 13. I know she just had a little birthday. But this is a part of this healing process that absolutely needs to happen, especially if Marquez has moved back to Huntsville. And from what it looks like I've seen him online with the kids, both his son and his daughter. So they're trying to blend and make things okay. Because if there's any type of, you know what I'm saying, if parents are like F the dad or F the mom, the kids are going to pick up on that energy, and they will also start spewing it out. They'll say what they think what the parents are, what make them happy, in my opinion. Okay. But she makes that comment. And Ken is like, well, we got to do more because this is sad. Basically, it looks like he's trying to get people back on board. But he said at the end of the day, he really had to work hard not to put hands on Marquez. I'm paraphrasing, but he said I had to work not to put hands on him because coming in acting like this is his house, doing all this shit, like making toast to the men. Trish said, yeah, he did that before he even, did a toast to his own children. So they do have some feelings that absolutely need to get resolved. Okay, hold on. Y'all got some things to say over here and I'm missing it. Trisha needs to learn to open her eyes and raise her head when talking to Ken. Okay, child. Let's see. Well, Dr. Dominique will have her hands full with hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. They can give consent, sign off on information if they choose to with HIPAA. Well, yes, you're absolutely right. I'm believing that they gave consent to film these scenes. And if y'all go over to my IG page, I had pulled a clip where the doctor is rolling her eyes. Well, like she bucks her eyes open and kind of looks off to the camera when Martell said that he doesn't believe he needs to change anything about himself. But I'll get to that scene soon enough because I don't want to divulge too much. But anyway, she's rolling her eyes, which is a sure sign that she believes that Martell definitely has deeper rooted problems. Okay. And that's what it looks like they were talking to each other about. Come on in. Welcome, Miss Tina. But anyway, at the end of it, Trisha's saying, at the end of the day, it's all good. You good? I'm good. You happy? I'm happy. You ready to get married? I'm ready to get married. That's how Ken is, okay? And Trisha freezes. She does the whole tense. You can see it in her shoulders. It is all up by her ears. And she just looks like she wants to pass out, like, please make this shit go away. In the end, she just says, eventually, but not right now. Right now, okay? And Ken in confessional says he completely understands that Trisha might be a little trigger shy about, getting married so soon after everything she has going on. But he said at the end of the day, he is not insecure about his relationship. They talk to each other every day. He knows where she stands and he knows, or she knows where he stands. She knows where he stands. Did I say that right? She knows where he stands. He knows where she stands. Oh my God. Okay. But anyway, that's how he put it. Now, at the end of the day, I would like for Ken to just back all the way off of asking Trisha about getting married. He also made some comments about her needing to go to therapy. She agreed. I know she was on Destiny's channel, I think last week, Monday, also talking to the therapist there. And the therapist saying, you really need to get into therapy. She is deep in grief still. She was saying things like, people tell her, they're in a much happier place, but her mind wants to see that they're in a happier place, which is not healthy. Okay. I don't think she wants to do anything to herself, but the way she's processing her parents and her sister not being there is absolutely unhealthy. The other thing that she said was it's really hard for her to be where she is in life. She thinks that she's in a successful place and not be able to share those things with her parents. And me and my sister, we had conversations like this all the time. Like, oh my God, like if Ma was here, we would be able to do this or do this for her or have this for her. It is one of those things that takes a while to process. And so she's still in it. Her parents literally, I think it was 4 years ago, right? So she's still got a long way to go. And she also said that her kids are the only thing that has kept her stable. So at this point, go to therapy, Trisha, and it'll really help out. Let's see what else y'all got to say. Hold on one second, guys. Sorry about that, but I am still having a little difficulty. Hopefully this will work. Let me see. These speakers, they keep going away. That happens when you are playing house, you start sharing bills, all that stuff. You will become an old married couple right away, right away. Okay, but let's get into Martell and Maurice, okay? Now listen, I had y'all take a poll just a little bit ago. Hopefully you guys took it right at the top of the chat where I asked y'all a question. Did you trust Maurice's talk with Martell to let his anger for Melody, Tisha, and Marceau go? And the options were, yes, you did trust it. You thought it was a good talk. No, he was just trying to save his own ass, which we already know has burst into flames after that interview came out last weekend. And then I gave y'all the option of he irks my nerves. So I really don't, give a damn either way. But a lot of y'all said that he was trying to save his own ass. And that's why I gave y'all this picture right here of Maurice with the pleading eyes that we have seen since season 1. Maurice has a way of looking at Martell like, please, man, I beg of you with everything in me, don't take it here. Every single time, even if it means cussing out Marceau about it, yelling at Melody about it. Y'all remember season 1, reunion 1, when Tisha and Melody and Martell going back and forth about Marceau cheating, and Maurice screaming at Melody, can't you see she's hurting? Are you trying to break up a family? And Melody literally gets choked up. Tears come to her eyes like, why are you yelling at me? She started it, right? And the whole time, Marceau was yelling at Tisha like, girl, I told your ass how many times to shut up and keep it cute. I told you who Martell was. I've asked you a gazillion times not to do it. You keep asking for problems that your ass can't handle. Like, y'all need to go back and watch it if you didn't see it. Well, these pleading eyes, when Maurice came over, this was the same scene. He was again kind of pleading with him, saying, listen, what happened the other day with you and my brother, Marceau, did you get it out your system? Both of y'all, he said, both of y'all decided to let it all out. Both of you decided to let it all out. Did you get it out of your system? And I was like, oh, shit. So he's basically confirming if you have to get it out. He didn't call him a liar. He didn't call him a liar at all, at least not in the footage we saw. He said, did you get it out? Because both of you have been doing this forever. He said the audience, even though he didn't break the fourth wall, he was really referring to the TV audience. He said people haven't seen, they didn't get a chance to see you and Marceau before Scope, like before you guys sold Scope. He said they didn't see that. You guys used to be brothers, basically. Y'all held each other's secrets. Y'all held each other down. All of a sudden, you sell Scope to Marceau, y'all business arrangement, y'all business partnership breakup, and you become a man scorned, okay? Hell has no fury like Martell scorned. You will do anything to anybody. You will say anything to anybody, Martell, if you are hurt or angry, and it could be the smallest infraction, okay? This is what this man is saying to him. Did y'all hear that? I mean, I had to listen, pause and listen and read it, but he was really saying this to him. And I don't think Martell was connecting those dots right away. Okay. Because when he asked him, what's going on? Do you think you got it out? Why would you do such a thing? Martell actually says, I didn't want to say the things I said to Marceau. In fact, never in a million years did I think I would say those things. It's just that he hurt me so much that I reacted like a child. Did y'all hear that man say that? Hold on, child. Y'all are coming up in these comments hot. Yes, pleading eyes. Yes, he pleads with him. Because at this time, y'all, that video, that interview with the alleged side chick, that didn't come out when they filmed this scene. Maurice is in his house saying, don't take it any further. Like, leave it the alone. Okay. And when he's saying leave Marceau alone, he's not just asking him to leave Marceau alone, right? He's saying leave it all alone. Let the past be the past. Don't mess with Tisha anymore. because Tisha is about as dumb as you. In this scene, this is what I'm giving. I'm just giving y'all my opinion. Tisha is about as dumb as you because Tisha doesn't know when to shut up. She doesn't know everything. And whatever she thinks she knows, she's going to press your buttons even further. And then you're going to start revealing even more shit. So leave Tisha alone, because now he's being Tisha's protector, just like he's always been Tisha's protector in pretty much every scene where Tisha blows up. Maurice is there. Maurice is the one to remind everybody, we got all of these secrets. We got all of these secrets that we promised each other we would not bring to the screen. And here we are bringing it to the screen. Okay. This is what the conversation is for Maurice right now. Now, hold on, because I see people are saying playing good cop, bad cop. I'm going to tell y'all exactly what Maurice said. You can turn Tell around once he's in a tantrum. Well, first of all, you're never going to turn him around. The fact that you have to go to him every month or 2 months or 3 months, whatever it is, to ask him to please remember the truths. Please remember the truths that we all made. Please don't snitch on us. All of our lives are in a different place now, but their lives are in a different place. It's just that Martell is at the bottom of this life. And Maurice says this in confessional. Scolt was Marceau Scott and Martell Holtz, right? He said, though that was the Scolt name. He said, I was there when they were talking about building skyscrapers together. I was there when they were dreaming about what this business was going to be, what it was going to do, what it was going to bring to them and their family. And now this man has to drive down the street and see Scolt and know he's not a part of it. So he said he is a jealous ass bastard who can't get over the fact that he blew up his own life. Okay. He was saying this to him. He was saying it to him. He made it look cute. He packaged it in a little bow, kind of, but he was saying it to him. Okay. And he said, at the end of the day, you are vindictive. You are dark. When is this shit going to stop? How else did he put it? How many of us have to die before you get, your fill of flesh? Okay. Martell, like I said, he's over here. I actually wrote a quote from Martell. Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. Martell basically said that he lacks control of his own tongue. He said that he can't do it. Okay, hold on. What's up, Miss Uppity? Nice to see you. Hope all is well with you and the family. She said a skyscraper was never in the cards for their level of work. She said that was always a dream, Diana. That was never in the cards for their line of work. Okay. Come on in, everybody. Thank you. Make sure y'all hit the like button. 749 of you are here. Listen. At the end of the day, he said he can't control his tongue. And I was like, wait a minute, there's a verse. It is James 3:6, right? The tongue is also a fire, a world of evil among the parts of the body. It corrupts the whole body. Okay? It lets the whole course of one's life, it sets the whole course of one's life on fire if they have no control. And that is what we are witnessing from Martell right now. The grave that he has set for himself in telling these secrets is coming back for him too, in the worst way. You never know, especially in the world that we're living in right now. Okay. The Me Too movement is still out here. The Diddy shit, all of this stuff. This is what you want to bring to TV, sir? Not wise. Okay. But Maurice is sitting here with these pleading eyes, begging this man to cut it the fuck out. All right. Then Maurice says, oh, well, hold on. Martell says that it's rare. It is rare for him to fall out with anybody, and that he rarely has enemies. He said, I don't even know what this shit is from. I rarely have enemies. What is going on? And Maurice said, are you infallible? Martell said, what does that mean? And he says, like, do you have no responsibility in this shit? And he said, of course, I'm speaking in general. You know what I'm saying? In general. No, not in general, sir. You're speaking about your life. What do you mean? Who's your enemies then? But Martell, at the end of the day, he said, I was provoked. Anytime Marceau opens his mouth about me, I will open my mouth about him. It will be what it will be. He did not agree not to, jump on Marceau's ass, or even Maurice. If Maurice is collateral damage, it is what it is. Okay. But that's when he says, you are very similar to Mel. I'm paraphrasing, but he said this. You are very similar to Mel, okay? He said, Melody sees you as Satan. That's a quote. Melody sees you as Satan, and I'm never going to let her put me in the same box that she has put you. She said, I'm never going to let her do to me what she's done to you. Okay, with her judgment. Now, this was interesting because he was going back and forth between beating Melody with the bat and beating Martell with the bat. And he's doing it. I don't know why he's doing it. I can't say, but he's doing this comparison. It sounds like he's trying to get Martell to latch on to what he's saying. And Martell still isn't latching on. So Maurice said, I've given Melody grace over the years, because I know that this isn't the image that she wanted for herself. I know this isn't the image that she wanted for herself. And I haven't seen Melody in a long time. To which Martell says, well, he almost says, well, she lives at such, like, you could tell he was about to give him an address. Like, well, didn't you see her at the such and such? Or did you see her at this place? He was that dense. Like, he could not connect that he's saying, I haven't seen Melody as the person she used to be in a long time, right? So he said, Melody used to be happy. Melody used to be bubbly, okay? That Melody doesn't exist anymore because she has to play tactical Melody with you, okay? So he said, everybody's out here cheering for chess moves, Melody, right? Chess moves are the best moves, Melody. And he said, that's not the real Melody. The real Melody is happy. She is free. She is carefree. She is bubbly. We've heard her mother say this about her too. Like, when she married Martell, she changed. She became somebody else. But we're trying to get the old Melody to bring herself back. Maybe it'll come back. Maybe it won't. Not while she's on this TV show. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. I remember when Marceau said that he wished the Holtz hit rock bottom. I didn't think he meant it negatively, but I think that he was hoping that Martell would be on the up and up afterwards, and Martell is still falling. Okay, like a boulder. That's straight up. But yeah, he says all that to him. He said, at the end of the day, you're the reason that she's unhappy. You're the reason that she has to move the way she does. And you need to cut the shit out. So he's using Melody in a negative way. And he's saying to him, this Melody used to be different, dude. I remember the old Melody. Martell's like, oh, that tactical Melody. Yeah, that's the one I don't like. Well, bitch, if you don't like it, then you should change your ways. Because Maurice is saying to you in the scene, you're the reason she is who she is right now. He is saying that to him. Okay. And then he said, listen, at the end of the day, both of y'all are different. You're both playing the offense. I don't know how true that is, but he does say that at the end of the day, you're both playing the offense. And he said, Martell, if you want anything to be different, it's going to have to come from you. You're going to have to make the change. He basically tells him to stop the revenge shit. Stop it. And he went, you mean going after Tisha? And he goes, Tisha, Marceau, Melody, all of them. Anybody that you have in your sight to go after, you need to cut it out. And he said, just drop it. And Martell says, I'm going to pray on it. Martell said, I'm going to pray on that shit. I ain't making no promises. I'll pray on it and I will see. And we all know that whatever came back in them prayers, if anything came back, maybe they were never answered, child, because Martell has been wreaking havoc ever since. Okay. Now let me see what y'all got to say. He's doing what the Scott's core family pack do. This was sickening to see two men degrade a woman that has done nothing but hold them accountable. The demeaning was very hard to watch. He was more demeaning Martell, but he was adding Melody in the mix when he said Melody is not herself. And I think he said something like, what was the one thing Melody didn't want to happen? And he said it was for not to be embarrassed. And you embarrassed her. You embarrassed her. You hurt her. You did all the things that she asked you not to do. And Martell is like hearing it, but it's not sinking in, I promise you. Because every time he's talking, he's trying to figure out, well, how do I fit into this? Because he's always the victim, right? Even at the end, when he's saying Melody isn't herself and how can you make this better? He says something like, I don't know if we'll ever get back to that place. Almost like he was saying he was hoping that him and Mel could get back together, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not asking you to get back together, dude. He's saying, drop the bullshit. Drop the bullshit. But he's definitely here to save his own ass, while at the same time, he thought he was saying something sobering to Martell. Okay. I don't think it was sobering at all. I don't think he understood it at all. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's see what else y'all got to say. Maurice nor Martell does not deserve the bubbly male. What else? Maurice is trying to keep his secrets safe with Martell. Them secrets are gone, boo. Them secrets are all the way out the door. Child driving down the street on a bicycle. What else? What else? People change with times. No one remains the same. That's true. That's true, but that's what happened. That's what happened when I watched it, okay? He is a clown. A lot of y'all giving the clown and the laughing emojis. Martell said, yeah, Tactical Melody is kicking my ass. Yes, he did not comprehend. He's saying, listen, dude, she has had her guard up since this shit went down. Y'all have been divorced or separated for 6 years, separated and divorced, going on 6 years, and y'all still, Melody is still in defense mode because of you. And he's sitting here like, yeah, Tactical Melody. I don't like Tactical Melody either. Oh my God. I was crying. I'm telling you, that shit was funny to me. Let's see. Maurice saying that Mel is unhappy, being funny. I don't think he was being funny. I think that he was really saying to Martell, you're the reason she is who she is. If y'all go back and listen to it, focus on you and Kimmy. Mel is fine. Don't try to play games like Mel is just so unhappy. Check with your wife. Okay. All right. Well, y'all got the tea from me. That's all I can do is bring it to you, child. Okay. But that's pretty much it. That's how it played out. And we will get to the next scene. I just thought that Martell was slow. I really do. I thought Martell was slow in this scene. I agree. And I think that at the end of the day, he didn't catch it. He didn't catch on. And I don't think he wanted to catch on, because he was very adamant that anytime Marceau says anything out of the way about him or Tisha, he's coming back just as strong, if not stronger. He's willing to go to the edge of the earth. Okay. Go to the edge of the earth for Marceau to get him back. But anyway, the next scene is Trisha and Kimmy over there at Kimmy's office. Okay. They talk a little bit about business. Trisha actually visits Kimmy at the office, and she's talking to her about wanting to become an entrepreneur, which y'all know at the end of the day, child, y'all can go back and listen to it if y'all want. They're trying to give y'all more business. But it was interesting a little bit. You know what I'm saying? She told her some of the things that she could do. Basically, she said, just don't give up. If this is what you want to do, just keep at it every single day. And if you have that determination, you'll succeed, period. But then they ended up talking about the meetup that Kimmy had with Melody. And when they meet up for that, or not meet up, excuse me, when Kimmy says this, she says, listen, I had this conversation with Melody where I shared with her that you and Tisha were talking about Melody asking y'all lipstick on Maurice's lips, on his collar, whatever the situation may be. And she said, I guess it didn't go the way she wanted. However, she said that if Melody was being friendly toward her, at the very minimum, even if she didn't want to discuss, even if I told her I didn't want to discuss the alcohol, the drinking and driving, she said at the very minimum, all she had to do was say, listen, girl, this is a rumor that's out there that Maurice has lipstick on his lips. He doesn't have it on here in this photo, but she said she could have just said Maurice had lipstick on his lips and I would have just taken it from there, but that's not what she did. She said that she ended up saying some stuff like she saw the whole thing on social media and that she even apologized, but she said at the end of the day, I just want us to do better. I never heard that rumor. Trisha said she didn't hear the rumor either. And then she said in her confessional that she really likes Kimmy because she holds everybody accountable, is how she put it. I'll say this. They did cut that scene up in the last episode, right? When Kimmy and Melody meet, because we didn't hear the part about the social media and all that stuff. And I told y'all that I thought it was cut up, but I also wanted to hear Melody say exactly where she heard it from because she's already put it out there. And I think that makes her, she's standing on business. At the end of the day, I already said it to Trisha. I already said it to whomever. If you heard it from social media, just say, listen, Heifer, everybody's talking about it on social media. I thought y'all were more in tune because isn't that how the lawsuit started that, Maurice filed? It was on social media first, right? So I would rather y'all bring that part out than nothing else. But she ended up saying that, and I want to see what happens next. I want to see if Melody and Kimmy have any further discussion about it. Because she said that she apologized and she appreciated it for what it was, okay? But then Trisha brings up that Martell is having this open house and that she's real hesitant to even go. She said, I don't want to go because number one, Martell is there and I don't like the way he's been spreading these stories around, implying that he and I were together. And number two, the person who actually hooked us up when we were supposed to be training, he's there. So Chris is there. And Kimmy is in confessional like, God damn, is there never a dull moment with this girl? I mean, Trisha is like a box of chocolates, okay? The nasty assorted kind, child. We're going to need you to get this shit all out in the open and stop bringing it up every other day. We shouldn't have this. This should not be this kind of moment. But she is in confessional, just like I don't even know how to save her. So whatever comes to her, comes to her. And when they go back to the scene, Kimmy said, don't you do it. Your ass better be at the party. Your ass better be at this open house. So Kimmy right now is being the bone collector because she's like, baby, I know you might be upset or you might be fearful of what's going to be said, but you need to show up. You show up. She also said that she found it very interesting that Chris Fletcher is the one setting Trisha up with Martell because she said, weren't you married and didn't he know? And Martell is still sliding down the longest razor blade in history based on the shit that happened to him 4 years ago. So what is going on with you? Okay. But yeah, it was funny to me. Okay. Let's see what y'all got to say. Keep hitting the like button. It's free. From day one, Kimmy has been hashtagging Team Reese from day one, straight up. I hear you. I'm just saying, going ahead, once it's on TV, bring it to TV. Once you bring it to TV, bring it to TV. Kimmy was always working hard to save face on TV, always trying to keep up with a false image. Let's see. Kimmy trying to expose Martell, the good guy. Yeah, they were doing some stuff. What's up, Ty? When Mel smiles at the cast member like this while talking to them, she knows she knows. Just know she knows. Okay. So anyway, that's what happened with them. That is what happens with them. Now we are getting to the next scene. And this is Dominique Dillard and Martell, the court-appointed therapist who is visiting Martell at the crib, okay? Visiting Martell at the crib. And they get into a conversation about the kids right away. Now, there was a lot that was cut out from this scene too. I don't know if it was to protect the kids or what. But at the end of the day, I really was like, oh, it felt like she almost said to him or was suggesting to him that he needs to work on himself and maybe move those kids over to Melody. That's what I heard. Okay. They talk about it. Martell is saying, if I take any steps back, because there was a question or something posed to him, like, maybe you should step back away from the kids. Maybe you should step back away from this in order to heal yourself so that you can show up as a better person in co-parenting. You can show up as a better person to your children. And he says, if I do any of that, it will be a detriment to my children. Under no circumstances can I step back right now. I can't do it. And she just kind of nodded her head. Why was she acting like she never been to the house? I don't know. She said she never been to that part of the house. So I don't know. I did hear her say, I've never been to that part of the house. Dr. Francis got the boot. I guess the show or the cast members thought that he was too invasive. I think that's how they put it. But anyway, that was the conversation. And if y'all go look at my my IG page, you will see her kind of, asking them same questions. At the end of the day, she said something to Martell like he needs to step back. He needs to step back and heal himself, do the work. And he said he can't. I can't right now. My kids need me. And if I take my foot off the gas, then everything will blow up. Well, she's basically saying to him, everything's going to blow up anyway, because you're not who you're supposed to be in these relationships to anybody. She asked him, what would he be willing to do with certain people? Like, what do you think needs to happen? What are you willing to do? And Martell makes some comment like, well, right now, I think it's just important for me to, keep moving forward. I think that I have a problem with not cutting off bad relationships that I know are a detriment to me. But I have a hard time breaking those relationships off. Now, this is interesting because he said to Maurice that he doesn't have any enemies and that he rarely falls out with people. And in his conversation with the therapist, he's saying that he has a hard time breaking off from relationships that he knows is unhealthy or bad for him, or that he knows is going to bring the worst out of him, the worst. And she's looking at him and she said, Martell, what else do you think you need to work on? And he said, to be honest, I think that's it. And that's when she gives one of the heaviest eye rolls. She looks directly at the camera like, I know this motherfucker lying. I know he lying, okay? But he just said, well, why don't you tell me? You're the expert. You tell me what's wrong. And she basically said, if you don't have a vision for your life, who you want to be as a father and stick with it, who you want to be as a co-parent and stick with it, who you want to show up as a friend to, as a boyfriend to, you will perish. And Martell said, you're right. That's a hard conversation to have, even on that show. Yes, she did look at them camera like, boy, are you serious? She did. Okay. And usually they're not supposed to be that expressive. Usually they're supposed to, keep it in, but her energy changed. She looked at the camera like, I know this motherfucking lying. And Martell definitely caught it and was like, what do you think I should do? I think you should stop playing around with other people's lives. She basically said, you're no good as a father. You are no good as a father because you are showing up half-assed in those kids' lives, okay? You're showing up half-assed in every situation, Martell. So how can you be the best you at 41, 42 years old if you don't know how to be, if you refuse to do the work? And I can only lead you so damn far. But listen, these conversations, this is what happened on the show. We can only imagine the report that is going back to the judge, if this is what she's saying on the show. Okay. Yeah, she broke the fourth wall, all right. I was like, uh-oh, what's going on? She broke the fourth wall, all right, child. Y'all said going in one ear and out the other. Yeah, I don't think it was penetrating the way it needed to. But again, these are all conversations that Martell has heard before. He just got an earful from Maurice, who, by the way, I didn't even say this. When he opens up the scene with Maurice, he actually said, I hope Maurice isn't coming over for a lecture because he know how to motherfucking talk. That mother effer knows how to talk. He was calling him MLK, okay? He said, I don't have time for that shit. I don't have time for a lecture from Maurice. That's how he opens the scene. But yeah, anyway, let me see what else y'all got to say about this therapist scene. I hope someone asked Fletcher about the 47 acres and put it to rest. Why? Didn't he put this to rest for y'all? Someone else owns the 47 acres. He was actually trying to sell it, I believe, last year, or they were building on it, and he was telling people they can come and pick their plot. So that 47 acres is gone, baby. Bye-bye. After that scene, he kicked the camera crew out. Yeah, it did not make him look good. It made him look really bad. And for her to actually say to him, you are half-assing it with your children. You're half-assing it in every relationship. But the one thing I thought when I was listening to the scene is that everything that Martell has destroyed in his life is because of his relationship with Ariane, whether he admits to it or not. It's true. And I'm not saying that he shouldn't be a father to his child, but I do think that the two of them are like fire and fire. They should not be together. Like, and I tell y'all all the time, I don't tell people I didn't put you together. I can't take you apart, but you can tell that they think too much alike. They'll get themselves into a place where they will be in prison together, serving a sentence together, because that's how dumb they are together. They're just dumb together. There's no other way to put it. From everything that I see on TV, child, dumb, and dumb. Let's see. Fire and gasoline, fake. Yes, that's for sure. I agree. They are fire and gasoline. They are fire and gasoline. That's the best way to put it. They are Bonnie and Clyde. They're not even that smart. They're fire and gasoline. They will destroy everything and then look around like, oh, did we do that? Like, it's too late. You guys both, you're not a good fit for each other. You bring out the worst in each other. The 47 acres are no more. Where y'all been getting that? Mel has it. Yeah, Mel does not have the 47 acres. She done told us that 100 times, child. Yeah, Dumb and Dumber and Dangerous. Okay, so that's it. That was Martell and the therapist. Last scene, Martell's open house. Okay, so Martell has an investment property that he's trying to sell. It's staged, and I guess he invites everybody over to film. That's his business contribution to the show. Okay, the house looks really cute, the way they had it staged and everything. But everybody is there except for Tisha and Marceau for obvious reasons, Melody for obvious reasons, and Destiny isn't there. Don't know why she's not there, but she's not. Maybe she's tired of getting slammed with Martell's antics. Who knows? But Martell decides to go outside and talk with the guys. So it's Martell, Ken, Maurice, and Chris Fletcher. And they basically, they start off talking about Marceau and what the hell's going on with this nignog, right? Why Martell don't see it for Marceau. And Martell repeats. Okay, so again, therapy did not work. The conversation with Maurice didn't work. He basically repeats, this is where I am with Marceau. If he comes for me, I'm gonna come for him. I'm not taking my foot off the gas. It is what it is. Okay. And Ken pipes in and said, oh, Marceau sounds like Marquez. All these M's, child, they are getting on my nerves. But Marceau sounds like Marquez. And I'm like, that's not accurate. That's not accurate at all. But then Ken starts sharing some shit about how, him and Marquez are at odds. And he said, listen, Marquez is not emotionally stable. He has a lot of unresolved issues. He said he acts like it's me who's keeping him away from his children, but he can come by anytime. I'm even willing to leave the house. I'm on the road the majority of the time anyway. He's already told everybody that he drives a truck. He's like, I'm an over the road truck driver, so I'm not barely even there. There is no excuse for him not to see his own children. Okay. But he said at the end, he said, I hate to even be mean, but I'm going to say it. He's not a man. Okay. And this seemed to trigger Martell. Sorry, it triggered Martell. Now, I know a lot of y'all are probably like, F Ken, but I told y'all Ken and Marquez, they mirror each other. And as soon as he said he's not a man, I know that that was some shit that started rolling back in Martell's head. Not a provider, not a protector, not a professor. Also highly emotional. Melody and Marceau and Tisha was laughing about that just a couple of episodes ago, about how this man will get himself so in a tizzy that you're sitting there like, well, did I see what I saw? Did I, hear what I hear? You're doubting yourself because he knows how to lie, cry, emotionally manipulate men and women. Marquez does the same shit. So in this moment, Martell is feeling away like, oh, okay. But he says to Ken, listen, because he's speaking from his own heart, he's speaking the truth. Maybe there's still some unresolved feelings there. Maybe they still love each other, is what Martell tells Ken. Like, I hate to take the winds out of your sails, buddy. Okay, it's possibly true because it's true for me. Okay, when people ask me, do you care about Melody? I'm like, no, I don't care about Melody. Get the hell out of my face with that shit. But really, I'm still in love with Melody. Okay, I'd be lying like a motherfucker, is what he says. So he inserts himself in Marquez's shoes. Okay, it was an excellent scene. I don't know why y'all don't see that. I love English. I love the English and all of that good stuff. That was the same conversation. And in confessional, because he feels like he's been robbed of the opportunity for him and Melody to have continued in their marriage, he said, I think Ken needs to back the fuck out of it, okay? Let them figure it out for themselves. He shouldn't be in Trisha's ear telling Marquez telling Trisha to divorce Marquez. Let them stay together. Because Mel and I would still be together if it wasn't for Tisha, if it wasn't for TV, if it wasn't for the fans, whoever it is, just never himself. And he straight up put himself in Marquez's shoes. It was an absolute lovely, lovely episode. Okay, what else y'all got? Let's see. Martell isn't capable of love, obsession, possession, but that isn't love, okay? Martell didn't take his own advice, but yes, that's what makes it so cuckoo cow. Like, we are watching this man unravel right before our eyes. And by unravel, I also mean that he is also loopy, cuckoo. Okay, he is absolutely undone. Now hold on, child. I messed up this comment. You said, nah, it was Miles Morales. Okay. Little Miles Morales that put the nail in the coffin. I'm afraid so. And that's coming out of Melody's mouth. She said there was a time where it could have been possible, but not anymore. Not anymore. Okay. Yeah, you guys are getting it. Marquez is getting a check. Is he? Marquez isn't even an official friend of the show. He just came on as a guest. He's not in the credits. His name doesn't roll up on the screen. It's not even at the end of the credits because I looked. So I am cracking up. But Marquez said, fuck that shit. I've been waiting for my moment. Okay, just like JJ from Bell Collective. I would not be surprised if Marquez did show up and roll out his own red carpet when he is invited to things from this point forward, child. Because he is getting that check for real, for real. Okay. Let's see. Martell was honest about his feelings for Mel. Yeah, it was something, child. It was something. He stated he will be back next season. Of course, he moved to Huntsville. He moved. He did what Sonny and her man wasn't able to do, okay? He was able to move. He was able to move to Huntsville. He said, listen, ain't nothing hold me back. Ain't nothing hold me back. And I'm going to tell you what else I'm going to do. I am going to file for a larger portion of custody when it comes to his daughter. I hope he knows that his daughter is going to be set with I guess, a guardian ad litem. She's old enough to talk and all of those things. And I think he still sees her as a small child. He might be shocked. He might get what he's, something he's not asking for, especially if he continues to get on these platforms and call her mama out of her name. It ain't right. Child, it ain't right. And all that shit's gonna come back for him. So we'll see. Marquez is on the reunion. He is on the reunion, and I think that shit almost went down on the reunion between Marquez and Ken, because that's how that whole fight started in the first place, where he was alleging that Ken was how did he call it? P. Diddy. He called him something Diddy. And then people started talking all kind of craziness over that little girl. But it was horrible. I can't listen to Marquez. I think that he is a mini Martell. I think that he likes attention in the worst way, even if it means throwing his children under the bus. So until his behavior improves, I cannot. I cannot. I can't give him any respect. I can't. I just have to. I know y'all like him, but he is not my fave child. I can't drink any of that Kool-Aid. I'm allergic. I'm sorry. I'm allergic. All right. Anyway, so that's what happened outside, right? Inside, however, there's a whole new conversation going on. Trisha's letting the ladies know that she has signed the paperwork, but she does not have time. She does not have time to take it on down to the courthouse. But again, we know that has since happened because Marquez is allegedly contesting some of the things in the divorce paperwork. I think he wants more custody of the child or something like that. That's what you guys told me. Anyway, some people told me that in the comments. But then Trish takes this moment to let Nell Fletcher know there's some things that I'm just not quite clear on. Like, how did Martell connect with me at all? Okay, so this is definitely a production moment because she didn't even know how to bring it up. But this is a produced moment. Producers are making them talk about it. Y'all know what I'm saying. Not that everything is in a produced moment, but they've gotten a little bit more involved than usual. But that's okay because we got some gems out of the scene. But she's letting Nell Fletcher know, I think Chris hooked us up, and I was a little uncertain why that would be because aren't y'all friends with Melody and Martell? Like, wouldn't your loyalty be to them? And you know what I'm saying? As opposed to, I guess, Chris playing wingman to Martell's dick. That is when Nell Fletcher jumps up like, God damn it. Every time I turn around, I got to wheel this shit in. I ain't going to have the millimeters coming after me. What the? Okay. So she runs outside to Chris Fletcher and she said, excuse me, but you are needed inside to talk about how Trish and Martell hooked up. Let's go. Okay. She was hot. So she comes back inside. Martell makes these big ass eyeballs that looked to me like he was saying, oh shit, is y'all about to say another? Child, at this point, everybody's fucking lying. Okay. Let's see. Hold on, child. I didn't ask y'all how y'all felt about that last scene. A lot of y'all are talking about it. Hold on. Yes, there's 1,000 over 1,000 of y'all in the chat. So go ahead, or comments. Go ahead and hit the like button, please. And then y'all can take this to your favorite and they can, make some money off of it. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. The thing with Marquez, you never know which personality you're going to get. You're right. Just like Trisha, a box of fucking chocolates. Okay. Both of them, assorted chocolates. Both of them, okay? What else happened? Let me put this up here. Thank you, Miss Uppity. I appreciate that. Miss Uppity, I'm going to hook you up in a second. You guys are just laughing. Okay, I didn't know. More shade, Diana. Listen, I told y'all. Anyway, they're in the house now. Chris Fletcher is in the house. And this is where everything goes to shit. Okay. Now I'm going to play this little video for y'all because y'all know I pay attention to things that's not said and said. So Trisha's in here. She's smiling. She's really shy. She's embarrassed maybe. She keeps dipping her head. You see them big ass eyeballs that Ken is giving to everybody? Because he sees Martell and Chris Fletcher giving each other eyes like, where are we going to, are we on the same team right now? I kid you not. Let's play. The camera crew production was on top of shit in this one. Chris is acting like an old ass man right now. Y'all know Chris likes to dance and bullshit, but all of a sudden he rolling his head. I don't remember anything. He asked me if there was any good looking women. And I said, I'm like, what, sir? I would have rather you just said you didn't fucking remember. Like you should have just said, I don't know what happened. But he's trying to give something and it ain't right. Okay. So hold on. Now look at Martell. I kid you not. This Negro he cracks this smile at Chris Fletcher. Like, what is this what we doing? Is this what we doing? Chris catches his eyeballs. What is that? What is that? Chris caught his eye when Martell is like, is this what we doing? Like, if you don't get the fuck on board, we're all going to blow up. But you know who else saw it? Now Martell's making, look at that face. Is there ever a reason to make that face? Other than you being a sneaky motherfucker? Is there ever a reason to make that face other than you being sneaky as shit? There is no reason. There is no reason. After Martell does this little number, he runs behind Ken. The face of a liar. Okay? Thank you, C. Miller. The face of a liar, baby. And you know who else caught the shit? This one right here. Baby, she know this man lying. She was looking. She was looking at her husband like, you bitch. I knew. Look at her. She's so disappointed. She is disgusted. She is disgusted. She is disgusted. I saw it. She did it quick, child, but she was mad. Okay, this is when production, even though production set this scene up, baby, they gave some real moments. Kudos. Kudos, okay? She knew. Chris is up there talking about, he asked me if there was a nice looking woman at the gym, and all I said was, there's plenty of nice women. And I said, Trish, child, let's talk. Saying there's a nice woman by the name of Trish. How the hell you get Trish's number to give to Martell? What is all this about? How did you set this all up? And it still doesn't negate the fact that Martell was still married and Trisha's still married. So while all of these lies are going down, this one right here, Nell Fletcher, is looking at Chris like, as soon as we get in the car, baby, as soon as we get in the car, I'm going to backhand you so quick. Pep, you are getting knocked into next week as soon as we get into the fucking car. Okay? It was absolutely amazing. Amazing. Trisha didn't know what to say because, she's out of it. Ken is like, don't not talk now. This is what he's saying to Trisha. This shit keep coming up too much for me. Tell the truth. Just say it so we can get it out there in the open. Okay? Trisha don't know what to say still. She is still unnerved. End of the day, Ken gets into confessional and said, basically, I have no idea what this shit is or why it keeps coming up, but we're definitely going to get to the bottom of it. because somebody is lying. Okay? Somebody is lying. And that was it. It was it. That's the scene. But I encourage y'all to go back, please, and watch how to look at Maurice's face. Okay? Kimmy was being a bone carrier. Even in confessional, she was like, here we go. When Trish started making the comment, well, I just wanted to know how that she went. Here we go. Here we go. This heifer can't keep it on, can't keep this story straight for shit. At the end of the day, don't bring it back up. But Kimmy's like, fine. If you want to bring it back up, I'll let you do it, child. I'll let you do it. But yeah, Chris, this is the face that had me dying. I was like, I ain't never seen you make this face. And he looks like, I don't know, the Colonel Sanders, Froghorn Leghorn, one of them. Martell, though, oh my God, this is the Creep Squad face for real. He's a rat. This is what you do when you about to lie your ass off. He couldn't even hold it in. Look at this one, the smirk and the stare. Like, I got you, man. Just stick with it. Just stick with it. A hot ass mess. A hot ass mess. Oh my God. Oh, and Nell Fletcher's face was priceless. The way she made this face, it was so quick, y'all. But I swear to God, y'all know me, I'm going to rewind some shit in a second. Slow it down. Get the frame. I don't care. This shit was hilarious. Oh, anyway, I enjoyed the show. I know a lot of people thought this was boring. I did a poll on my IG page. Everybody said, I hated this show. I hated this episode. Y'all be missing the gems. Okay, I'm so happy y'all come over and y'all check me out. Keep checking me out because this is the end of the review. Y'all keep checking me out because I'm telling you what, y'all be missing stuff. I don't even know how. Y'all be missing stuff. Who did I see? I wanted to say hey to. What's up, Chronicles of Kim K? Look, she said, I cannot with you, Dyana. Child, y'all saw that damn face. Martell was awful. He told everything. And he's not the only one who saw the face. I'm telling you, Nell Fletcher saw it. Who else? This one right here saw it. Ken saw it. They were all making faces. I don't even know why Martell walked all the way to the other side of the room to make eye contact with Chris Fletcher. It was his only reason for going to the other side, to make eye contact with Chris Fletcher so he can say, we need to be on the same page. We need to be on the same page. Okay? That's what you call an a-hole. And he got caught. He got caught. You know that little lady is going to whack-a-tack that ass as soon as they got in the car. She was so hot. She was so hot. It was insane. Let's see. But that's it, y'all. That's it. I liked it. I thought it was a decent episode. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give it, I think I gave it a 9 last night. Probably like an 8, 9. It was good. It was good enough. But anyway, that's it, y'all. I appreciate every single one of y'all for coming over and joining me for the official review of episode 9. Okay. Rewatch it. Help get my numbers up, baby. Hit the like button. Okay, hit that like button. Become a subscriber if you are not already. I appreciate all of you who have already become new subscribers. And I love to see all of my day ones, okay? All of my day ones, everybody who comes over to visit. You guys are really, really appreciated. Thank y'all so much. And that's pretty much it. Thank you to all of my moderators. Oh, almost forgot. Thank you to all of my moderators for volunteering your time on this Sunday. Okay, I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. And I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.